What's up, y'all?
It's the world famous.
You're listening to The Darren Green Show.
Right here.
Hello and welcome to another great episode of The Darren Green Show. This is episode 113, and I'm here to give my unpopular opinion, or I don't know. I mean, I was late to this topic. I was working on a lot of things with episode 112, and this topic kind of fell to the wayside. So I'm a little late to the party, but I still got some things to say, and we gonna get it hopping. Before we get into anything though, I'm gonna need you to hit that subscribe button if you are listening on iTunes. Tap that follow button on Spotify to make sure you're getting notified of all of my new episodes on there. Follow me at TDGS Media on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube page. You know the drill. I have an announcement to make. As of today, I am an official Patreon. Like, I'm on Patreon now. So I want to let you know what you're in for, okay? Because there's going to be some changes with the show. As you know, there are ads on this show. But if you join my Tier 1, $2 a month Patreon, you'll have access to ad-free viewing and explicit content. Yes, explicit content. Y'all not going to be hearing no more curse words, okay? No more of this, no more of that. I'm taking it all out of my regular stuff because I got to clean up this podcast. But you'll be able to listen to it explicitly on my Tier 1 Patreon. Now, if you really want to be supportive of the show, okay, and you want to get the $5 all-access patron, okay, you get everything from Tier 1. That is the private community, ad-free viewing, explicit content, but you'll also get behind-the-scenes footage, pre-show, after-show. You'll get early access to episodes a day prior, and you'll be able to have fan requests. Okay, so you tell me what you want us to talk about. Okay, so go ahead and stop this podcast right now. Come back and check out the Patreon. It's, like I said, Tier 1, $2 a month. Tier 2, $5 a month. Very, very cheap. Okay, very, very cheap and affordable. You won't even notice the money is gone. Okay. Anyway, I'm here today to talk about some things, okay? Like I said, I was late to this party. James Charles. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it today because I was minding my own business. You know, I was, thinking about, I wasn't even thinking about doing a podcast. I was probably just going to do episode 113 on next Friday. You get what I'm saying? But now I want to give you guys 2 episodes because I'm not going to be making another episode next week because next week is spring break. And when I mean spring break, that means I'm already cutting a break from this too. So, the YouTuber, the influencer, the beauty guru has placed himself in unnecessary drama yet again. Okay, this time there's a new underage boy that came out on TikTok that exposed the influencer of grooming him. Here's the clip.
Okay, so trigger warning. I will be talking about grooming and James Charles. So if you get triggered by any of those, keep scrolling. But if not, watch this video, please. So last Wednesday on the 17th, James Charles snapped me on Snapchat. He added me back because I had snapped him a while ago, just like a fan to influencer conversation. I was excited because he's my biggest influencer-wise, and I've always looked up to him, so I was excited to get his message back. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna post proof of it right now. This is the notification that I got when he Snapchatted me first. And just for further proof, he deleted the chat. I don't know what he deleted, but that's me opening his Snapchat. I went into the bathroom, and I guess he saw the bathroom light, so he started making the conversation very sexual, and it made me really uncomfortable.
Okay, well, his name is Isaiah. He is a 16-year-old boy. And on this TikTok video, for my listeners, he proceeded to show nudes that was, of course, censored, for censorship reasons, of James Charles. So James Charles sent him nudes. That is a real thing. Okay, James Charles sent a 16-year-old boy his nudes. Okay, very serious, very, very, very dangerous. I'm not preaching. You get what I'm saying? It's not good. Okay. Now, after this post went viral and it fueled a lot of conversation, okay, James Charles took to the internet and released a statement, and this is essentially what he said. TW, grooming and pedophilia. There's a video going around of me on TikTok and Twitter of a guy calling me a groomer, and I want to address it right now. The accusation that I've groomed this person is completely false. Last week, I came across this person on Instagram's Explore page, saw that he followed me, and added him on Snapchat. Next Monday, I woke up to several snaps from this person being excited that I added him back, saying that he loved me, and he also lewd photos of himself in the shower. I asked how old he was right away, and he told me that he was 18. So I started flirting back. In excitement of meeting someone, I thought it could potentially be great, which I don't even know what that means, but let's continue. I didn't ask for a copy of his ID or passport. It's now clear based on the video of him that he uploaded, he was taking photos of me with another device and had an ulterior motive from the beginning. Later that day, he said a few things that made me question the validity of his original age. I asked him to confirm his age once again. He admitted he was 16. I was really uncomfortable and apologized for flirting, but he insists on continuing to talk, saying that this could be our secret. He's a fan of mine and would never tell anyone. I told him I wasn't okay with this. He started getting upset, and at this point, I unfriended him. We haven't spoken since. I'm not victim blaming him or victimizing myself either, simply sharing what happened, and what happened was not okay. After false allegations like this in the past, I would never knowingly engage with anyone underage and put my life on the line for a few Snapchats. Because of situations like this, instead of taking someone's word for it, I now will ask them for their ID and passport of every guy I have a conversation with. You should have been done this. I need my bomb, but I don't have it right now because I'm in my dorm. Okay, this does not make any sense. This isn't James Charles' first rodeo. Okay, we've talked about him many times on this show. Okay, a couple months ago or some time ago, I don't know if it's a couple months ago, but 14-year-old Ethan Andrew came out with some allegations that he was grooming him. James Charles was grooming him, and his sisters defended James Charles, and he was, he completely disappeared from the face of the earth. Okay, the whole situation with Tati Westbrook, even though that ended up being debunked, wasn't true to a certain extent. There were still people that came out and said that, I was underage when James Charles tried to fly me out. He tried to flirt with me. He sent me pictures. Like, this is, we're not in high school no more. Like, I understand, and I'm not saying that I divulged in any of this, but I definitely was around a lot of kids back in high school, back when we were underage, and they did some things that were not good, okay, that were not legally acceptable. However, you're getting to, oh, James, you're 21 years old. This is a 16-year-old boy. If you had to ask twice about the validity of somebody's age, then you had to have known that this person was underage, even 18. You get what I'm saying? Because we all know 18 is like the legal requirement. Like that's you're legally grown. You can definitely partake in adult things when you're 18, except for like drinking and stuff. But even at that age, that's a little bit too young. You're 21 years old. You need to start dating people your age, honey, because it's not looking. It's giving people the side eye that this keeps on happening. I think it's not even the fact that this is just like one little isolated incident. This is habitual for you. This is always happening. There's a lot of people that's coming out and yeah, okay, you could say they clout chasing or they trying to, because he screen recorded your messages that he had an ulterior motive. Yeah, but you gave it to him. You sent it to him. You get what I'm saying? You are a grown ass man. Okay. You're not a child no more. Back in the day when you were cover boy and this, that, and the third, and you were so innocent and this, that, and the third, you are 21 years old, sir. Yeah, he could have been trying to clout chase. He could have been trying to get money from you or trying to get whatever the case is, trying to get viral, clout, this, that, and the third, but you gave it to him. You let him have it. And it doesn't matter if he had an ulterior motive. What matters is how you responded to it. Okay. It just gives people the side eye. And because you had so many different situations like this, it's kind of hard for people to really believe what you said. And then you said in your little statement, you admitted to a crime. Now, people like to bring up Jerry from Cheer, because he kind of did the same thing and used his influence to like talk to underage boys and stuff like that. And like he's away. Like, what about your now I wouldn't say friend, but your associate Shane Dawson? Like, we don't even do you want your YouTube demonetized? Like, that is a serious accusation that will follow you for the rest of your life if you are charged. Like, if the parents get a hold of this information, which I already think they probably know, or maybe they don't, because parents don't be on TikTok like that. Like, but if the parents get involved, like, it's over for you, bro. Like, it's over. Like, because once you're like in the system, first of all, as a pedophile, girl, and I get it, you make your own money, but like sponsors will definitely pull out of whatever you got going on. And the whole thing, this is a learning experience. This whole thing, when something happens and I did something wrong, and then this is a real big learning experience, you can't keep on learning like every time. Like, every time there's a new person, you keep on learning something new. You should have was asking for the IDs. And I'm asking for people's IDs, birth certificates, social security, you goddamn name it, okay? Because and this is not just for famous people. Let me just make this really clear for everybody, okay? This is not just for people that are famous, people that are rich, this, that, and the third. This is for everybody, okay? Because we all know there's some people out there that look old as hell. There's some people that look like college seniors, and they're probably 15, 14 years old, okay? Ask for the IDs, the birth certificates, social, maybe not the social, but you name it. Nah, bro, nah, And then you're sending news to people. Like, I know you don't really care if like the news get out, because we're in this OnlyFans era. Like, people leaking people nudes. Everybody and nobody safe. But you sending pictures to people that you're not even sure. Like, at least get the ID of the person, to confirm their age, so that you can send, like, you send it, like, that's, I mean, it's it. I mean, that's a crime. Like, I don't know how this is going to pan out. I don't know what, and the sisters are defending, James Charles tooth and nail. Child. Well, I'm glad that he was honest. I guess that's the only positive thing that I could say about this situation. But boy, you need to get it together. It's looking real bad. It's looking real bad. Okay. And I hate to see this happen to, even though we don't really like James Charles like that, you know what I'm saying? He did a lot, even though the controversy got the best of him in certain times, but like, I still think that he's an entertaining person. I watched some of his videos. He's very talented when it comes to makeup and, being a beauty guru. I loved his interview that he did with Lil Nas X. I thought everything, like, it's cute. Like, I like it, but like, it's this stuff you gotta cut this shit out, girl, because this is not looking good. It's not looking good for you, and you can really like mess up your whole life with an allegation like this. You're not like, people, you could have done this type of stuff like back in the day, like when you were like underage, because like it's all under the radar. He's a kid. He doesn't know this, that, and the third. But like when you get to that threshold, when you're 21, and like people see you doing and acting this type of way, like, I'm like, girl, you gotta remember, like, you ain't no kid no more. You ain't no kid no more. And I understand the transition is definitely hard, but girl, you too famous for this. And you is too famous for this. But tell me what you guys think in the comments. This will be on Patreon. This will be the first official post on Patreon, child. Hope I get some patrons, okay? But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments. Even if you're listening on YouTube, I might put this on YouTube. I'm not even sure, but this is definitely going on the podcast. Okay. Now I wanted to move on, and I wanted to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I feel like if I wait a whole week, like I'm gonna talk about it right now, and then we're gonna see what Derek has to say for the full, the full duration of the show. Okay, so this is like the aftermath of Strippergate. We're still kind of on the trip, but we're like on that last dinner, and we see LaToya get into it with Drew, because she was like, "What you was doing, girl? Like, people are blaming people. I don't even know where LaToya's stance with all of this is. Because first of all, you was coming after Drew, and then you came after Kenya, saying that, oh, why are you being so Inspector Gadget? Like, I'm like, okay, girl, whose side are you on? But like, I'm here for it because I love the drama. Like, people do not like LaToya, but I think she brings so much like ratchetness and drama that it's not how it used to be, like where people, you know, it's very cold and coarse on Real Housewives, like, because everyone has been seen everybody for years. People are tired of people. It's not even fun no more. But like, I don't know, I feel like LaToya brings the fun to it. Call me crazy, but I just feel like that. So I loved her going back and forth, backpedaling, her coming for Drew and then her coming for Kenya. Like, that shit was funny as hell. Portia's clearly, she's done. She is tired of Kenya's mess, because first of all, this whole situation of trying to figure out who did it with who. And I know I made that tweet and she retweeted it, but honey, I was just joking. I do feel that Portia, like, I can understand everybody else. I can understand everybody with men. Okay, everybody that got a husband, a boyfriend. You know, Tanya is probably upset about this. LaToya probably feels the way she's getting a divorce, so whatever. But like, people with men, okay, I can definitely understand why it could be like, girl, don't do me. You get what I'm saying? But like, Portia is single, so it's like, why is she like kind of like upset about it? Like, I understand because it's Kenya, and she doesn't really like Kenya like that. It's not really her girl. But you know, even when Marlo said something, it was like, you know, what if she was like, that's her business. And then she got snappy with Marlo, and I'm like, girl, I mean, now we really think something happened, because you acting like super away about it, like. And then the fact that Tanya said, I was in Portia's room the whole night. I'm like, Tanada, why did you have to do that, girl? Because now, I'm sorry, and it is what it is. Like I said, everyone has a job to do with this damn show, and that is to, yes, have a good time and be, you know, litty and all that stuff. But the drama has to be in there. Okay, we need a Kenya. There would be no show without a Kenya. There wouldn't be. You want everybody getting along? I mean, let's be real honest. However, I do feel like too much of anything is bad for you, and I think Kenya's doing too much. Okay. All right. It's not funny no more. The joke is over. You know, people with husbands are feeling away. I definitely feel Drew has every right to be. I think the person that really has the right to be like really pissed off is Drew, because she was thrown into it. And I'm like, girl, don't try to sit there and say I stepped out of my marriage. That's not what happened. Everybody was getting it popping. Everybody was getting it. Even you, King, you was busting it wide open. They showed that clip with that creaking. I was dead. I was so dead. You know, someone getting fired in production. Okay. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was when they came back home and like Drew had this little spat, like she had this little argument with her husband, because I guess her husband got a little peed off because of the stripper situation. I'm like, girl, you went to Tampa, so like nothing that you like, unless you disclose what happened there, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna have any sympathy. Like, yes, he was doing his job. The stripper was doing his job. I didn't step out of my marriage. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing differently that you would do at a strip club. Okay, boy. So I was definitely with Drew. I feel so bad for Drew because, girl, that man is, ugh. I don't know what that man is. He's just the epitome. He's like a Mark 2.0. Like, you know how Mark was with Kenya, just like very just arrogant and hypocritical. He's like a Mark 2.0. One other thing, people got mad at Candy for telling Don Juan about Strippergate, and Don Juan made like a little joke saying that it's gonna be OnlyFans Justice Reform Edition or whatever, saying that, you know, coming from Portia. And I thought this was funny. Okay, y'all over here mad because everybody told their husbands and friends what was going on. Like, don't sugarcoat it now. Come on, it was funny. Like, people, it's like, I think if the Portia fans are very sensitive when it comes to Portia, and it's like, girl, let's remember this girl's on, like, we're on a reality television show, so that means everything that was done on tape is going to be talked about in the next 3 episodes, you know. So it's kind of nothing that you can do about it. I don't know why people are coming for Candy like everybody else didn't say nothing. Everybody was talking about it afterwards. Everybody, okay? So leave Candy alone. And then the end of the episode, it ended off with Kenya and the whole Mark divorce. Like that. And I cannot wait to bring this up with Derek on Friday. Because everybody was like, oh no, Mark is not trying. He got his own businesses. He got this restaurant, this, that, and the third. He not looking for no alimony. Well, guess what? He looking for alimony. Okay. Makes me feel bad because I know we don't like Kenya right now, but like what makes me feel bad for Kenya is because it's just like the simple fact that she said, yeah, he sent me a playlist and he was talking about how he want me back and this, that, and the third. To when she went to her lawyer's office, he was like, oh, he served for a divorce in New York and he want alimony. I love how production caught his hypocrisy. You know, when he said, oh, she could take what she want, you know, I'll build it up. I can build a new empire or whatever, this, that, and the third. Where's that energy now? Where is that energy now? Okay. You can like Kenya or hate Kenya, but like that is fucked up. I don't care what nobody says. And I hope that she doesn't pay him a dime. Okay. And I hope she get full custody. At this point, you ain't seeing, you want, no. Because then she said, because she said it, like, this is not even, you're not even asking about joint custody or anything. You're not even talking about custody in this whole divorce thing that you're trying to do. You're just trying to you're worried about the alimony. You're not even trying to see your daughter. And that's what really pisses me off about that. And I feel bad for Kenya on that, piece. But, child, they emailing me. Anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, this is a smaller episode. Don't have that much topic today. Hope you're enjoying your Monday. And I hope you subscribe to the Patreon account. I'm telling you, $2 a month. Ad-free viewing and explicit content. If you want to be real nice, $5 a month. Get your early access, behind the scenes footage for pre-shows, after shows. So, like I said, the link's in the description. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoyed the convo. I am your host, Darren Green, and this is the Darren Green Show. Signing out. Bye, y'all.
If you like what you heard, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and give us a 5-star rating. As always, enjoy the convo.